Internal Audiovisual Archive of Registry Documents. Document being archived SMN87. Luther the Outcast. Archivist Lawrence Lyer, Reevaluation Department. Location Unknown. Status Unknown, presumed active. Description and behavior. Luther the Outcast is an anomalous human known to have previously been a high-ranking follower of the Vapors Priest, HHH7, in the Chained God's Temple before leaving. It is commonly described as being an abnormally large, hairless, and misshapen humanoid draped in a mass of cloths and heavy blankets. The torso of this entity is heavily swollen and always oozing bodily fluid, while the limbs extending from the torso are long and spindly. The legs apparently are not capable of supporting the weight of Luther, and so the feet have been crudely and gruesomely modified to function as additional hands. Luther's neck is stated to be at least 4 times as long as that of a typical human and is incredibly flexible, able to turn a full 360 degrees in either direction. As the eyes of this entity were said to have been gouged out long ago, the sockets are now occupied by wads of blood-soaked medical gauze. It possesses 2 tattoos of eyes above the eye sockets. The primary anomalous ability of this entity is its capacity to see with the eye shapes it draws. This can be in the form of drawings on paper, tattoos on persons and animals, and digital pictures on the internet. The digital pictures only operate when visible on screen. Luther was given this ability by the Vapors Priest so that it could collect information from throughout the world. It seems that this is partially what led to the separation of Luther the Outcast from the Chained God's Temple, as according to some former members, Luther was known to be frustrated by what the Vapors Priest considered important. Apparently, Luther started selling information to those outside of the temple, or was simply accused of it, which caused the Vapors Priest to twist the entity into what it is today to make Luther more dependent. After this, the faction that believed Luther the Outcast took the entity to a hidden place to form a new cult dedicated to the Chained Gods. The activities of this cult largely seem to be focused on building a continually more elaborate information network of both willing and unwilling informants. This is done by obtaining new recruits or captives to either be tattooed or distribute the eye drawings through posters or social media. Luther the Outcast is known to kill anyone who denies its demands in this regard, as well as anyone it suspects of betraying it. Apparently, all this is working toward finding and acquiring the Bust of the Goddess, OLC-1. There is no clear cluster of this activity that could be used to nail down the location of Luther the Outcast, so we suspect that the cult has access to an entity or object capable of teleportation. Recommended actions. If encountering Luther the Outcast, which would likely be after getting recruited or kidnapped by its followers, do whatever it requests of you to the best of your ability, so long as it does not endanger your life. Most likely, the entity will demand that you put up posters of eyes it drew or post its digital drawings of eyes on your social media. The latter is an especially common demand of influencers. If these are the demands, follow them, and then once you are out of range of their sight, report them to the relevant authorities to get them removed without suspicion from Luther. The entity may demand that you let it tattoo eyes on you. If you intend to live, you have to let it tattoo you. Unfortunately, there is no plausible way to remove these without arousing suspicion and probable reprisal. You will have to come to terms with the fact that Luther the Outcast will always be aware of you and what you are doing. End archive.